Okay, we're just gonna have to hope that my phone doesn't die. Hi guys. It was my birthday yesterday. I turned 24. 24 feels old, I think, especially on like social media where everyone seems to be super young. Look at all these filming snacks I have. I have like an obsession with pick and mix. I'm a bit sad that they're all fizzy. I wish like some of them were a bit different, but like when I used to go out on nights out, instead of drinking, I would bring like bags of candy to keep me awake because of the sugar high. So yeah, and I always used to say like, instead of flowers, bring me pick and mix, that sort of thing. I just love pick and mix. It's just, I think it's the fact that you get so many different things. Anyway, I'm just rambling about pick and mix. The reason we're here today is because I'm going to tell you guys about my modelling journey. I actually put on a little gold mask whilst we do it. Korean skincare. So good. Like, everyone I work with seems to rave about it. But you know when you just don't know what to buy, so I feel so lucky that they sent me a bunch of face masks. So I'm going to do this one now. I've been saving this one because I love the under eye ones the most. Like, they're definitely my favourite ones. And I only have one. And I was like, I have to do it on a special day. But the day after your birthday seems like a good day. Cool. So, oh my god, it has literal gold. Wow. Wow, is this both of them? Or is this just one? Look at this. Okay, let's try and put this on. I don't want to break it. Oh, it's both of them, okay. And then we'll get into my modelling story. So, oh, look at that. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. It feels so nice. God, I love this shit. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so I was 10. We went to a mall with my mum and there was like a model scout there, and it was for a P&O Fairies thing, model search or something. Got through to the next rounds. I went on this boat across the channel to France and back and did like a catwalk, and I was like 10, had to wear my own clothes and stuff. And I ended up coming second. I do have a trophy for this, but it's in Canada with my dad. And I remember going into school and this kid being like, everyone was saying like what they did on the weekend, and I was like, oh, I modelled. And he was like, you're too ugly to be a model. And I was heartbroken. He probably doesn't even remember saying it, you know. And like, I came second. One of the judges came up to me and she was like, you have such a beautiful smile. And I was like, but obviously because I didn't win, I didn't get a contract and nothing happened. Anyway, so a few years go by. I think I do like a little photo shoot or something. I probably have some photos still. I'll insert them here. I'm like 14. They caked me in makeup, like completely caked. And I thought I looked so grown up. And I loved the photos, but I think it was a complete scam. Like, they were asking my mum to pay so much money for them. And we just didn't have that money at the time. And I think like a year later or something, they emailed or called us and were like, hey, we're like about to delete all the files, you can have them for a discounted price. And I like called my dad and I was like, please, can I have these? So yeah, I got them that way. But how bizarre. Anyway, so that happened, and then I moved out to Canada, and modelling took a backseat. It's not, I guess where I was living in Calgary, like it's not really a big thing. And obviously like influencers weren't a thing at that time. This was like, well, maybe they were, but they were just emerging. Like, it wasn't a thing like it is now. I think I did one photo shoot, and I'll put photos in here, And I remember him saying, oh, come along with natural hair, like no makeup. And that for me was horrible. I would like straighten my hair every day. I'd put on like black eyeliner every day. And now I realize that when they mean natural, they just don't want any makeup on. But to come along with your hair like looking sort of together. Anyway, so I did that completely like secret. I don't even think I told my dad where I was going. I think I said I was going to the library, and I went and did this photo shoot, which I don't recommend to kids. Like, don't do that. But I was just obsessed. I even got, I think, like sewing patterns for my birthday one year, and I wrote this blog about fashion. I just loved it. Like, I watched every single Victoria's Secret fashion show. It was my absolute dream. So I was out there and I came back to England for the summer. And whilst I was in England, because I knew that most models start modelling at a fairly young age, like 15, 16, and that's the age I was. So I forced my mum to take me to all of the super high-end agencies in London. I was stick thin. I was so thin, just like naturally, like metabolism. But maybe I wasn't cute. I like plucked my eyebrows to this far apart. Yeah, I got no's from every single agency I went to at 15, and that rejection was so hard to take as a child. But also I'm kind of grateful for it. You know, you hear a lot of models talking about their experiences now, and going into this industry then, I mean, it would have probably destroyed me. Yeah, I guess even being this age in the industry, like, has been a struggle. So being a child, I can't imagine how much it could affect you. So yeah, it was probably a blessing in disguise, but at the time I was so embarrassed and so upset and ashamed, but mostly embarrassed that like everyone knew that I had been rejected. I think that was the hard part. So yeah, went back to Canada, did my high school diploma and got my international baccalaureate. And then I decided to come back to the UK for university. At this point, I had gained a lot of weight. I have loads of stomach issues and my weight can fluctuate a lot, but at this point it was particularly bad and I had gained a lot of weight. Let me see if I can find a photo and I'll pop it here, but yeah, it was bad. I was just sick, I was unwell, I wasn't looking after myself properly, and I think I've deleted like most of these photos off the internet because I was like, I can't have anyone see this, which is so silly. Yeah, anyway, then I got really sick and ended up losing 2 stone in a month. It wasn't fun. I was exhausted all the time. I couldn't eat without having to sleep straight away afterwards. Food would go right through me. I ended up being put on meal replacements for a very long time. To this day, chocolate milk, anything like along those lines, makes me gag. I had colonoscopy, blah, blah, blah. I ended up getting better, but I was skinny now. And my roommate was doing fashion communication at Brighton University, and I was at Sussex doing journalism. And she asked me to be part of her magazine and to model for it. And I was like, yeah, cool, this will be fun. But to be honest, at this point, I was set on being a journalist. I had done internships at the BBC. I had worked at Global News in Canada. I was like, I want to be a news presenter. That's like my dream. And yeah, and then from there, she sort of like introduced me to other people on the course who asked me to model for them. I met like fashion designers at Brighton University. Oh my goodness, so many of them are so talented, and to this day I love working with students. So creative, and it's how I met my best friend, or one of my best friends, Jess. She designs these crazy cool latex pieces, amazing. So yeah, like I was surrounded by all these amazing creative people, and I was just enjoying myself. It was just a hobby. It was probably taking up too much of my time from my degree, but I was just enjoying myself. I wasn't getting paid. I guess it gave me something that made me feel special. And then I started meeting photographers. Photographers started contacting me on Instagram, and this one photographer I met suggested I go into agencies. Now this, for me, after being rejected, I was just like, it's not for me. I'm not pretty enough. They're not gonna want me. You know, all that insecurity was coming back, and I was enjoying it as it was. I didn't need it to be a job. It felt like if I did that, I'd just feel embarrassed again like I did when I was a kid, and I don't know. Anyways, he convinced me to go. I met with a few different agencies, and I think 3 of them offered me contracts. I went with IMM. I've been with IMM for almost 3 years now since then. I think I just got such a kind welcome, and they sort of believed in me since I walked in. They were like, yes, we want you. And I think that's what you kind of have to do when picking a modelling agency. You need bookers that believe in you, because otherwise you're just not going to book, right? So yeah, I did that, and I signed with them, and I was like, this is crazy. I'm gonna make loads of money. I didn't straight away. I think it took like 6 months for me to get one job. So yeah, I was in my 3rd year of university. So I was 21 by this point, which I'd say, from what I know now, is fairly old getting into the industry. Luckily, I have a baby face and I still get ID'd for everything. But yeah, it did. I think I remember being heavier at 19 and looking in the mirror and being like, you're too old now to be a model. Like, it's never gonna happen for you. So like, I think at 19 I sort of let go of that dream. But now thinking back on it, I never let it go really. And I do want to say, like, there's something about manifesting, you know? Like, I wanted this so badly. Like, underneath everything, I was still working on other goals. I was still going for other things, but it was my dream to model. And like, now to be working with ASOS and Fendi last year, it just, God, I'm not gonna cry, but I'm so grateful. And it just goes to show that, like, it doesn't, if you get rejected, it doesn't mean you're not good enough. And if you think you're too old, it's not true, or too short, or the wrong body type, it's just not true. You just have to keep trying at something, and eventually it might happen. I always think that if you work hard enough, then it will happen. You know, if you want something bad enough, you can make it happen. You just need to work for it. So yeah, that's sort of like how I got started in modelling. Mostly me wanting it really badly. I think you hear a lot of girls like getting picked up when they're 15 and then they just like fly off the rails from there and they're so successful. That wasn't the case for me. I really worked for it. And to be honest, I was a bit embarrassed that I hadn't been scouted. I have been scouted since, which is so bizarre. But yeah, I was always embarrassed and people would be like, oh, like, how did you get into modelling? And I'd be like, oh, I went into the agencies. It felt like I was being big-headed or something and I wasn't good enough, or I wasn't as good as the other models that got scouted. But you know what? Go after your dreams. Don't apologise for who you are, and if you want something, then make it happen. Like, no one really cares what I do, so I might as well do stuff that makes me happy. So yeah, thanks for coming. God, thanks for coming. Who do I think I am? I'm gonna get better at this. I swear, I promise, hopefully soon. Yeah, let me know what else you want to see. I did try to film a birthday vlog, but my phone didn't have any storage, so I ended up having to delete loads of stuff last night so I could film this, which meant I don't have any footage of my birthday, but that's okay. I guess next week I'm working a couple of days. I'm so pumped with uni work. I don't know about you guys. And I'm ready to get out of lockdown. Please. Also, Josh got me these PJs from Sainsbury's, and they're the TikTok PJs that everyone has. Did I mention that already? I'm obsessed. They're so cute. And they're actually so like soft and cozy. Oh, they're so good. So if you're looking for some new PJs, get these and we can match. And then yeah, I'm thinking of calling these little talks like sleepover talks or something. Like, you know, when you'd have like a sleepover with your friends, just chat about shit. I keep swearing. I need to stop doing that. But yeah, I guess I'll chat to you guys later. Thanks for coming. Why do I keep saying that? I don't know how to end this. How do people end their videos? Do I have anything else to say? I don't know. If you have any questions, let me know. Love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. And I'll speak to you